Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan, and today we're going off-road to a show that good old Koala Squadron showed me. It's Match Me Abroad, so stay tuned for some international dating that includes a man bragging about his pipe work.
Oh wow, lots of pipes.
Yes.
Then Susan has a lovely time on her date,
I have to get out of here.
and Stanika's learning a lot about culture.
I thought I was tripping.
Bonsoir, mon petit pois, it's a glorious welcome to the channel. Hello also to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people, and the League of Extraordinary members. So then, if you don't know the show, here's a quick guide. 3 international matchmakers put their skills to the test by helping 7 Americans who are looking to find love abroad. Yep, see what they did there? While these singles are eager to explore and find love, their matchmakers will need to break through the real reasons they may have struck out in the past. These savvy love connoisseurs from around the world will do what it takes to find the right connection. So it's like Walmart Millionaire Matchmaker meets 90 Day, but without the ring. And if you're thinking, not sure if that sounds like a dumpster fire you'd like to warm your hands over, then let me introduce you to Juan.
I'm a capital guy, I like money.
And Juan loves a good conversation, as long as he's the one having it. He also likes to interrupt.
I spent 3 months.
Damn it, Juan, I was talking. But he doesn't let a thing like someone talking stop him from talking about himself.
I spent 3 months.
Okay, yeah, well done you. And Mr. Debonair is totally oblivious to the temperature of the encounter.
So many things in common.
I'm not sure if that look is one of a person who is insulted to have anything in common with someone so self-absorbed, or whether she's contemplating just asking one question about anything she said. I bet it even struggled to remember her name. Clearly it's Sado, Anne, Barbara, Karen. Actually, she does look a bit Karen-y. Susan, Susan, that's it. Anyway, Susan is in Colombia. And Juan is a delightful date, so she regales him with some of her touristing tales.
However, what I did see...
You like watches?
But not for long, because she said at least 3 words and none of them have been related to him. So he thought he'd better tell her about his watch and something about price and, I don't know, blah blah blah. If you're going to interrupt somebody, you should have that common courtesy to make it vaguely interesting. The age limit for interrupting for banal reasons is kind of once you've stopped being a child. For example, my daughter interrupted me to ask if I remember if she farted in my face. Perfectly acceptable. She is at the age where it's totally fine to interrupt, and why not with a news bulletin about bodily functions? But the overgrown child that is Juan clearly still thinks the world revolves around his ego.
Watch fan. But
Actually,
I'm
before
into,
the pandemic,
He is so infuriating. Can you imagine him and his supermates sitting around talking?
Interesting.
Each having their own conversation about themselves.
Arrogant. And he is boring and...
But Susan's not silly. She's decided that.
I have to get out of here.
So, pop quiz hotshot. Susan is trapped in a room with a tragically boring man and she needs to escape. What does she do? Well, her first move is the old politely make strategic time-shortening decisions like the menu.
I just feel like having little munchy things.
Yep, that's a good move. Shorten the time it takes to bash the stuff down and make good your escape. Or, if things go miraculously not so horrendously, could be stretched out and add alcohol. Plus, this whole ordeal gives a fairly nice intro to her character. She could just tell him where to stick his blah blah watch and walk away after downing both of their drinks. But no, she's being nice. Maybe because of the cameras, but we'll see how it develops. Anyway, Susan makes the nibbles play and Juan dodges the maneuver.
De ceviche salmón con...
Wow, that's a thunderous interception from Juan, causing Susan to rethink her defensive line. Hang on a second, I've noticed something wrong with this. Apart from the fact he's being an absolute Rodney about pretty much everything ever, did you spot the absolute last straw?
Y... Yo creo que New York steak más adelante.
He wanted the steak. Well done. Right, leave now, forget the nibble. Him and his stupid watch can keep their crappy well done steak. Maybe you want some ketchup on it too. Susan resorts to plan B. Give the waiter the look that says, either sneak me out the back or kill me now. Plan C.
Will you excuse me? I'm just gonna go, to the ladies real quick.
But no, no, she has to go and do a quick interview about how it's all going.
Very dry, opinionated.
And of course, he thinks it's...
It's been great.
Of course it has, yeah. Compared to that intrusive anal surgery, I'm sure it's totally fine.
We can keep having a great time.
Woo, yeah, party on. Still cowering in the bathroom, Susan leaves us with some words of wisdom.
You snacky snack and leave. Steak stuck.
See, who said reality TV can't be philosophical? And it was this point I got a bit distracted with this guy's channel, Darren Brown. I was scrolling through it and saw this guy that looked a bit familiar.
It's a free choice. You've now been alternating backwards and forwards.
Bloody hell, is that a 19-year-old me?
No, it's some good shit.
Well, anyway, so next we go to see Stanika. And she's off in Morocco to match some making. And this is Nina. She's one of the matchmakers on the show. We can blame her for all the stuff that happens. Stanika is on a date with a guy whose brother has also turned up for the date.
Is weird.
It is kind of weird. He looks like a cross between Andrew Tate and Kim Jong-un. But it looked like he's there to do a bit of interrogation.
His brother gonna ask you some questions.
You can tell she managed to stifle the "you ain't asking shit" response. So top marks to Stanika.
سؤال علاش اخترت matchmaker.
Same damn reason your brother did. And what's it to you, Kim Jong Tate? Sitting there all constipated? But Stanika rides it with grace, and then they ask about her experience of relationships.
I've never had a boyfriend. They show me that they're liars. They show me that they're cheat.
Then they say,
Don't you think that it is a problem on your side?
yeah, nice one. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, blame it on her. I'm sure she didn't intentionally have terrible luck with partners. I know some people have the self-destructive type that they go for, but I'm sure she doesn't just rock up to the club and shout, right, where's all the dickheads at?
I thought I was tripping.
And then some more family turn up. And Stanika's thrilled about it.
My father?
And whilst I'm sure that they're being chaperoned on the date, and I'm also fairly sure that Grandma or Granddad will be here in a second, they're just parking up the mobility scooter. But surely there's some kind of limit. Maybe they're from a long line of circus performers and they're actually arriving in the same car. But Mama's all excited about Stanika and gets all carried away. So the family apply the same warmth and charm as they did to Stanika. Oh, bless her. Sent away because all that happiness was cramping all their misery. And Mama Moroccan guy was never heard from again. But don't worry, shoulder pad fans. The matchmaker is some expert analysis of the situation.
I got confused, and Stanika's vibe changed also.
Well, yeah, good to see they got our money's worth from the professional we hired. But it all seems a bit sinister to me as the brother stands up. Oh my god, I think he's about to pull a pillowcase over our heads and hurl us into a Nissan minivan.
He said, excuse me, he's coming back.
Damn, now the dating guy's doing it too. Okay, I'm a bit worried, but it's all fine. He's gone off with his mum and left Stanika at the restaurant. Well, I don't think Stanika will lose any sleep over that encounter. Next up, one of my new favouriteest characters. It's a guy called Harold.
I can feel the history.
Oh yeah, what a guy. And he's on a date that gets points for originality.
Centrifugal pump and suction piping.
And big deductions for it being at a sewer. But still, I've not seen two people quite so enthralled at a sewer before.
I think we can continue.
Even the guy who spends her life working around sewers gets weirded out and has to move on.
I think we can continue.
So the tour continues and is all very interesting. Harold's date, Michaela, has even brought a spare arm to hang on her bag.
Do you find this interesting?
Yes, of course.
Of course! It's not as good as the old Texas turd pikes of '97, but hey, it ain't the size of your pipe that matters, it's where you're laying it. And Harold is practicing his smooth by segueing into a little about his proud career.
All this technology reminds me of my line of work. I'm in radiation protection.
Where's that then? Chernobyl? I mean, he's very proud of what he does. He's also on the autistic spectrum, so some social constructs can pose him a bit of a challenge. One challenge that we all face is the chatting up a narrow set of stairs conundrum. Now, he's new to dating and unfamiliar with protocols, and there's 3 choices for the stairs. When you're with a delightful lady friend, you can either go first, and that's not very gentlemanly. You can go second, but maybe they'll think you're checking out their butt, and maybe you actually will be checking out their butt. And why not? Or you can walk next to them. What do? Whatever you do it with confidence and try to look calm and comfortable.
Oh, wow, lots of pipes.
Yes.
Nailed it. So then he gives her a bit of the old.
Chug, chug.
And Harold's lady friend gives us her thoughts.
I think Harold is not like normal sexy,
Of course he's not normal sexy, you know, he's kind of Harold sexy.
but he has something really nice inside.
Then the lucky date gets told off for playing with his knob.
Okay.
Oh, don't.
So Harold gives us a little taste of his philosophy.
Love comes unexpectedly sometimes, even in a sewer.
Yeah, not the catchiest of slogans. I think I preferred steak stuck.
Steak stuck.
But that's not all for Harold. He clearly smashed it out of the park with the turd tour and earned himself a date number 2.
Yesterday was the best date. Yeah, it was really romantic.
And to thank him, Michaela has planned a day for doing what she loves, yoga.
Interesting.
Starting with a classic yoga pose, frisked by the 5-0 in a forest.
I know, but you need to here, okay?
I thought yoga was all about yoga pants and trying not to fart.
Like this?
But Harold is very happy with his match.
But right now, Michaela's being the kind of take charge Czech woman that I've been hoping I'd meet.
You cheeky sausage. One last look at the show, and we're about to get all spiritual with Natalie, who's having one of those thrilling kind of dates. Yeah, party central over here. So Natalie reaches for a mainstay of getting to know you chit-chat.
It doesn't sound like the usual mindless, boring, getting to know you chit-chat.
What are these tattoos?
Now, the good old tattoo chat is great because you get to know someone's creative side, and you might get to check out some of their body parts. But I'm not keen on her date. I have a feeling that he thinks he's so deep and wow, and that normies won't get him, and that makes him all edgy, whereas he just reminds me of a trust fund rebel without a clue. So what do you think his tattoos say about him? Well, on this arm he's got "What's up, danger?" But was no idea what that means. Then there's a picture he drew of his dog. Yeah, that's totally a dog, with the words "focus on the good." Okay, well, cool, yeah, pretty straightforward. A little bit like fortune cookie philosophy. But hey, he thinks it's cool. What are the deep things to your tattoos say?
The universe is mental.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Very deep.
Yeah, well deep, sure.
That was
Yeah,
very
this
deep.
one's very deep.
Yeah.
Whilst he thinks his meaningfuls are so deep that they might be bothering the Titanic sometime soon, they're a little bit more like... Well, Mr. Deep, tell us about the kind of things you're deep about.
I believe in a lot of stuff.
Stuff? Well, that's just crazy. Still not entirely sure what makes him so deep.
The universe is mental.
Isn't he like the most life-changing observation ever made, is it, really? But, Guru Obvious gives deep a go.
I don't label because none of the religions tell the whole truth.
What? So the idea is that you're labelled because you think religion lies about stuff? Yeah, brilliant philosophy. I'm sure some weak-ass religious statement for the sake of being edgy really gets a man down at Daddy's country club, but then totally misses the contradiction when he says...
I believe in angels.
You believe in angels?
100%.
Really?
Okay, well, maybe they're not religious angels.
Like when you say angels, is it like when you try
Like
to
the religious ones.
Okay, so religion lies except for the bit you like angels. But Natalie is starting to feel a little of the red flag vibes and wants to just check out that angel thing.
The religious ones.
Because there is kind of a spectrum for people that talk publicly about angels. There's the Robbie Williams on one side, and the Gary Spivey,
Spivey.
Yeah, whatever.
If you notice, guys, you feel a little warm when I'm doing that with my hands.
Okay.
I don't talk about spiritual stuff before sex.
Is he like, thanks darling, that was delightful. Oh, by the way, did I mention Corinthians 4, chapter 7?
Why?
Yeah, I'd be a bit curious too. He essentially told her that his thoughts are likely to put you off sleeping with him. Yeah, great. Now you definitely want to know why, before raiding their pantry.
You don't get laid.
But hey, some people have managed to combine the two quite successfully in the past.
Maybe we have to have like a deeper conversation about this later.
Yeah, later when you've gone home. And I can ghost you and not have to hear it. Because this man's not going the right way about exploring her Mariana Trench.
That was deep.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, it's time at the bar. Let me know if you've enjoyed the show or check out one of these from the vaults of the Lukan Manor. It's been lovely to see you as always, and I hope you'll be back soon. Stay beautiful, love to my three, and you take care of yourself.